sorry we can't be there. We have fair board meeting and elections tonight. I gave you all big thumbs up and shared out on my community page. Love you. Oh, no problem. Love you too. So sorry. That's okay.
Thank you for the thumbs up.
Yes, and thank you for letting us know, and we will miss you. Oh goodness, it is getting cooler. So we were gone last week, or was last week? It was so cold. Last week we were gone. Week before we were cutting up deer. We were cutting up a pig.
Last week
we went to camp.
We were driving.
We was driving in your car. Oh, that'll get us. That'll get us flagged. But anyway, but yeah, last week we were driving.
Like an American flag or a Gascon flag? Gascon flag. Let's do that one.
And then the week before we were cutting up a hog. So we've missed a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So we're glad to be here.
Y'all miss me?
Yeah.
Oh, we got somebody in here.
Yep, somebody's in here. Got 2 thumbs up. That's pretty awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna bring the camera in a little closer.
Like this. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
If we get more than that, I can't help you. I've only got 2.
We're hoping to get. Hello, Heather Hopper. We're hoping to get some
right.
internet soon.
3 thumbs up. Oh, can't do her.
We're hoping to get some internet soon so that, unfortunately, our porch sitting will have to be inside sitting because it's gonna get cold. Should get cold. It's Missouri. I almost said it's Kansas, but yeah, it is what it is. But we are porch sitting, visiting. So what are you guys up to this week? We have.
I'm up to 511.
You're up to 511. We have some videos coming out this week. We have a collaboration.
We do?
We do.
Awesome.
We do. We have a collaboration videos that we're doing, so watch for those. And then we also have a wood cutting video. And I think I've got another video that I can edit. I've just got to get somewhere that I got internet. So hopefully I can get somewhere and get those edited and yeah, have those done. You know what I do have though? More cookies in the oven. Can you go get them out?
Oh, yes.
I forgot my cookies.
They might not travel well.
They're going to be hot, so you might want that pot holder. It's right here. Yeah. Protect your little hammies.
These?
Yes. Close mine off. Okay, but anyway, so Gary's gonna go get cookies out of the oven because somebody forgot that they were in there and started her live. They should be well done. In the hunting blind, we're doing good. Gary got a big buck yesterday, and so yeah, awesome. In the hunting blind, that's awesome. Papa Pepper. Yep, Gary got a big buck yesterday, and so, and then with the salvage beef and the other meat and vegetables that we froze from the garden, our freezers are full. Hello, Donnie and Jennifer. So our freezers are full. We've been canning as much as we can and making jerky. Wow. Yep. Yep. We love venison. Yeah. So yeah, I can a lot of it, pressure can a lot of it, and I've got some in the canner right now. I've got some more that I need to get jarred up and get in the canner, and then we'll be done with the canning of that deer. He got it yesterday, a nice and cool morning. It hung in the garage. Oh, jerky! Yep, Mama just canned a batch. Awesome. Yeah, we love canned deer meat, and so yeah, we have jerky on the dehydrator. We have jerky going in the refrigerator too.
Yep.
So yeah, and then
we got a bag of jerky in the cabinet.
And we got a bag of jerky in the cabinet. It's not lasting very long. It gets eaten on quite a bit. Papa Pepper is in the deer stand.
Awesome.
So he's listening to us. Hopefully he gets in one. He said still eating off of the first one. I'm guessing for the season. Yeah. Sure. He said that Mama canned some and they jerked some, and yeah, sounds good. We
love canning deer.
We do. No, it doesn't. Our jerky doesn't last long
Man,
either.
I used to think when my kids were all at home, I used to think that my dehydrator had real issues because I would fill that thing completely full. And it takes my dehydrator a while. I've got this old janky old dehydrator that I've had for 30 years. But
That's where my mom got it off of Ronco on the
it's
TV.
a Ronco.
Is it a Ronco?
Yeah, it is. She bought it used at a garage sale, I think.
I
But
think she did too, but
anyhow, I've had it since since we got married.
yeah, she gave it the
She
first.
had it and then gave it to me.
I'll tell you when she gave it to you. The first year we were in the on the ranch or on the Copperhead Hill on the farm.
I had a deer I wanted to dehydrate.
Yep.
But anyhow, I used to think my dehydrator had problems. I'd fill it completely full, and as a day or two when it was starting to get done, I'd go check it, and one tray'd be half empty. Oh man, that stuff shrunk. And then I'd go back and check it again. I'd have a whole empty tray. My kids would eat that stuff before it was quite done. I mean, they just get after it on the. And Hannah was too little to do much, and she'd just stand there and wait for her brother to hand her because she'd stand close to the table. He'd hand her jerky and she'd eat it.
You had to be careful butter.
Kids ate butter off the table too.
I thought that I'd set butter out to thaw to make bread or cookies or to bake with or something, set it out to thaw. And the poor dog got blamed first. Missy the dog got blamed first. I thought, oh, that dog is getting up on the counter and eating my butter. Well, I came in one day into the kitchen and there were little finger swipes right through the butter. The whole stick, just finger swipes down the stick through the butter. And the size of the fingers. Smokehouse. That's so cool.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
But yeah. So
yeah, I'd like to have the opportunity to do that one of these days. Have smokehouse with jerky.
Getting after the molasses.
Yeah.
So I called Hannah in there, and you guys would have to know our little Hannah. When she was little, she was hilarious. But anyway, I said, Hannah. She says, Mama. Yes, Mama. Hello, Tina Ladybug.
Hey.
And she said, yes, Mama. And I said, did you get into my butter? And she goes, yes. And can you get onto a kid when they go, yes, giggle and say yes? And I said, Hannah, now I can't have cookies because and that day I was making cookies. We can't have cookies because I don't have enough butter for the cookies. And I said that was my last stick of butter to make these cookies with. So now we're going to have to wait till we go to town. And back then we only went to town so often, to get our groceries because it was an hour away. And so I said, we won't have cookies tonight. And the poor thing broke her heart. She said, no cookies. And I said, no cookies. And she cried. And then when her brother and sister come home from school, she said, I'm sorry, we can't have cookies. I ate the butter. But it cracked me up. But she cried over not getting cookies because she'd eat the butter. But evidently she needed those fat, or she wouldn't have. I mean, because how many people can eat butter just straight? I mean, I can, but
we used to have trouble with one of our kids licking the top of the salt shaker too.
Then the salt would get all stuck to the top. Like, what are you doing, kid? I thought for a long time I thought it was condensation, and it wasn't. It was
our kids slobbering on top of the salt shaker.
Oh gosh, the adventures of kids. But we are childless once again. Although Hannah's not a child now, she's an adult, and we miss her because she did a lot. She was doing a lot of the cannon. She was helping Gary on the roofs and helping him with his remodeling business and handyman business. Salt. It's got to be better than butter. God, I can't believe that child would eat the butter. But yeah, so I don't know. But we are getting ready for a busy week.
Yep.
Busy week.
There's something I'm really excited about.
There is. What's that?
Yes. the last 2 years. The last few years have been kind of crazy in my life. And then 2 years ago, I got to hunt for like 2 hours and I missed a deer. That's all I got to hunt. And I missed the deer I shot at. Actually, I went 2 different separate hours. I missed both times. And then this year, some of y'all know, I've been getting to go with my bow. And right now is the time for high speed communications devices.
Reach out and touch someone. Huh?
Yeah. And so yesterday morning, opening morning of that, I harvested a buck. My first Missouri buck, my first Missouri deer, and the first deer in 2 years. Last year I didn't get to hunt at all. And I'm glad to be hunting. And you know, kind of a modified quote, but something about outside's good for the inside. You know, getting hunting, and I harvested one yesterday morning. And it was, I call it an Elliott buck. They only had one antler.
The other one that got broke off, or he'd been injured at some point where it didn't grow or something.
And so yeah, and then Cindy got to do something starting today that she didn't get to do last year.
Yeah, make Christmas cookies. I know it's early for Christmas, but we can put them up and freeze them and have them ready. Yes, he got a unicorn. He got a unicorn. A unihorn. That's what we call it. Yeah, a unicorn. Yep. So yeah, he told his brother it was an Elliott buck, and his brother's like, "What is that?" And I said, "A unicorn," because he was driving, so he had me texting. I said, "A unicorn." Hi, Evelyn. No, you're not late. You're just in time. I said, "So a unicorn." He goes, "Oh, a unicorn, a unihorn." And I said, "Yes, a unihorn." But yeah, so.
I kind of think it's cool to kill those bucks that are kind of odd and aren't going to make great big trophy bucks. You know, I kind of enjoy doing that as much as trophy bucks. And I'm kind of a first good opportunity take it kind of guy. I could, there's times I have been known to wait on a certain buck at times, but I got the opportunity at that little odd shaped one yesterday morning, so I took it. I had blood on my hands by 6:45 in the morning. Pretty good morning that like that.
I prefer when you get the dry does.
Yeah.
The does for whatever reason didn't have a baby or lost their baby. They weren't. Yeah. And they're not. Yeah. Whatever reason, and so they're super fat.
Yeah.
And they usually are really good. Me too. After soup ain't too tasty. Antler soup ain't too tasty. Nope.
I had a man tell me that one time. Yep. Slick America, if any of y'all are familiar. Old man at Slick at the feed mill told me that he boiled a set of antlers for a week and never could make them taste good.
Hi, Xander.
Hello, Xander.
Coming at tonight with pet sitting. Pet sitting.
But yeah.
Ooh, it's chilly.
I like big dry does, but these really young fat bucks that aren't really rutting, I like them too. They're to me they're pretty comparable to a dry doe. And he was definitely fat.
And he didn't smell.
No, he wasn't.
He didn't smell yet, so that was good.
He wasn't ready. I don't think he was big enough or mature enough to do that in his woods. He was young.
One time he shot one that was it was awful.
It's in the record book in Oklahoma.
I told him never again. Oh, that was awful. Because you can't waste it. You've got to eat it.
And I've killed some big ones off beans early in the year that were pretty good.
So long as they're not rutting. That guy was rutting. His neck was all swole up. And he stunk.
And the bucks where I've been hunting were starting to rut. They're working a straight line pretty hard. There's a couple of big bucks in there. And
they're taking charge of everything. Got a young spike. Oh, good. Yeah, that's good eating a young spike. Good eating. Yep. But yeah, so we are stocked up for the winter with groceries. We got
more tags, so hopefully we'll have more too.
Yeah, and we had chickens from last year's processing, so we're still eating on those chickens. Got to get those eat up, and
Help my brother butcher a pig, so we got
yep,
a little pork out
got
of
a little
that.
pork and
Salvage beef,
salvage beef,
salvage deer.
a salvage deer. Yep, we have plenty of groceries and plenty of jars and lids if the freezer goes south or we don't lose electricity for too long or whatever. But yeah, but and plenty of propane and a burner we can take out in the yard and can up some deer or beef or whatever we need to can up.
Yep.
So yeah. But if you have not had canned deer or beef, yes, gotta love them jars. If you've not canned your meat, you are missing out. It is so good.
And especially things that tend to be a little tougher and
Mhm.
drier, like deer.
Yeah.
Like deer, I think sometimes what people perceive as a gamey taste is just that the fact that the deer is tougher and drier and
Mhm.
kind of gives it a feel that almost translates to a flavor. And so some people kind of get that gamey, and sometimes there's some gamey flavor to it too. But if you take that and you can it, you've pressured moisture into it, and you've made it more tender, you've made it more moist, and it's just a much better product, and we love it. Just heat it up and make kind of a gravy out of it and pour it over mashed
Like a chipped
potatoes.
beef, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a chipped beef. And I will tell you the truth. Garlic and garlic powder, onion powder, and bay leaf,
Yeah.
and even thyme and oregano, not oregano, thyme and rosemary, excuse me, thyme and rosemary. Those really add some good flavor to your venison. Really good flavor to your venison.
We
And
usually put salt, garlic, onion, pepper, and bay leaf, right? That's our normal.
yeah, it's our normal. Sometimes I used to put rosemary and thyme, and I just got to where I quit. And oh, whoops. A lot of juice comes out of that pressure can Vince. It does.
Yeah.
We've started dry packing ours, and then just pressure canning it, and it makes it its own juice. The beef did as well. So, and it was really good, really flavorful, really good, and it would surprise you how much is in there. Yep, dry pack it. One thing y'all do that you and Mama do that I need to get into is canning fish. I have not canned fish yet, and
unfortunately, this summer we never caught more than a little mess or two at
yeah,
a time.
just enough to eat. We've got a little bit in the freezer somebody gave us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He said, "Here, I'll give you some flathead." And then when I got in the truck, he said, "Oh, it might be spoonbill." I don't know if it's flathead or
We
spoonbill.
don't know what it is.
Either one of them be fine.
But yeah, so we're enjoying the Ozarks. It's really, really pretty here. Gary's enjoying the hunting. I'm enjoying that our gardens did so well this year. Canned carp and suckers are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We will have to give it a go.
My nephew was home for a little bit, and I guess he caught quite a few suckers, but they went to somebody's creek.
Did they?
It was gigging.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy went gigging while he was home.
Yeah, we are enjoying it. I'm ready for summer and get the canoe back out.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that canoe. The canoe, haven't been in the canoe on the Gasconade. I really enjoyed that a lot. Yeah.
We need to go to the Piney sometime too.
Yeah. We still need to have a fishing trip with Kevin and Jan at Simply
Another
Jan. Another one. They came over here, and we need to go over there. So yeah, but yes, it does have a lot to do with if someone knows how to field dress it. Selection of your animal and field dressing it. Hello, Wendy at Willow Way Ranch. Hello, Miss Wendy. Yes, Miss Julie. Field dressing it is key. It needs to be done ASAP, and you need to get that animal cooled down. Whether you pack it inside with ice or it's cold and get all the stuff that's going to hold the heat, all the innards out. It's going to hold the heat in there and get that opened up to where the cold air can get in there if it's cold enough.
My grandpa Cargill, a lot of times he would in the fall, cool night, cool days, he'd he would kill one, he would cut him a stick wide enough to prop the rib cage
Yeah.
open to keep the air flowing through there.
And hello, no, Julie. I'm not sure if we said hello to you or not, but I think we did. And Norwegian Homestead, hello, welcome
Hello.
in. And Miss Wendy, hello, and
Yeah,
welcome.
cleaning your deer or
Mhm.
field dressing your deer pretty quickly is important. Getting it cooled out good is
Mhm.
important. Then I cut it, and some people do it different. And I know there's a lot of movement now to keep a lot of the connective tissue and the collagens and stuff in there for health reasons. But I tend to cut most of the fat and stuff off of my game, just because I feel like the flavor is a little.
I think it's because we're spoiled to beef.
Yeah, it probably is. And we've lived on deer a lot, but we've lived on deer clean that way.
Yes.
And we've lived on deer and antelope and elk and mule deer a
Yeah.
lot.
Luke, kid story. We got to Kansas and was there a week or two. I guess more than that. We had almost a month that we were in Kansas, and someone had gave us some beef, and we would sit down to the table to eat. And Luke started eating, and he said, "Dad," because he'd sat to Gary's left. He said, "Dad, something's wrong with this deer. It don't taste right." And Gary said, "That's because it's beef, son. It'd been that long since he'd had a beefsteak. He'd had hamburger, but he hadn't had a beef steak and maybe a beef roast, but not a beef steak in a long time." He thought something was wrong with his deer.
It tasted different.
It sure tasted different. But yeah, we ate a lot of antelope, deer, and elk in Wyoming, and a little bit of moose, and a little bit of bear when we lived in Wyoming.
Somebody gave us some moose. Yeah. We also ate quite a bit of lamb while we were there, because there was a lamb rancher, sheep rancher, that I would go do his slaughtering for him every year, and he'd give us half a lamb or something.
Yeah, he always gives us some lamb.
As part of that, and then an old cowboy friend of mine, he'd been all kinds of stuff, but anyhow, he kind of taught us how to cook lamb, and we really got to liking lamb.
She rinses it until the meat is pale.
Yeah, you can do that. If I kill it and it's warm,
we pack it in ice.
I pack it in ice in an ice chest, and I open the plug on the end of it and stick a rock under the other end, so that it's not sitting in water, but that ice is melting and running water through it, and it gets it pale like that. But if I can hang it in the cool, and it's cool enough, I like that probably better than soaking it. But it does work. It does serve its purpose to rinse it like that. You're getting the blood out of it. So if you kill one and it's either you've shot it with a bow and it's bled out good, or you go ahead and cut its throat and let it bleed out, that helps do some of the same thing, get all the blood out of it. Like on a livestock animal, when you dispatch it, as soon as it hits the ground, you're getting it bled so that heart pumps the blood out. With a deer, you can't always do the same thing, but hanging it will help. So that helps. But.
Yeah, we've sure been processing a lot of animals lately.
There's certain skills that if you have them, they will serve you in so much of your life. Knowing how to handle a knife and process food, process meat to a point is one of those skills that is just absolutely.
Oh, she's not a game eater. She's trying to learn.
Yeah.
She loves quail though.
Yeah,
cool.
Quail's good. Quail's not a hard sell. It is it probably compares more to domestic.
Oh, nice. Neighbor up the street or old timer up the street has a walk-in cooler, and he can hang his deer in there, and only the tenderloins end up missing. LOL. Good trade. Last one we hung a week. I bet that was good.
Especially if you're killing a deer that's a little older. If you kill like a big dry doe that's got a lot of fat, they tend to. So aging, hanging, if you just hang them 24 hours or 48 hours, you're letting the rigor mortis process get through.
Yeah.
And that's like putting your chicken in the refrigerator for 3 days
Yeah.
or 2 or 3 days before you freeze it.
Right.
You're letting the rigor mortis process go through, and that does something for your meat. It definitely does. It tenderizes your meat, no doubt about it. When you're there's a deer right there. There's two.
There sure is. He's like, hey, there's deer.
There's three.
There's three. I see them moving on the trees there. Sidetrack. We are deer hunting from the porch. Not really, but we're looking at them. We're
Well,
deer watching.
I've got permission to hunt on this place, kind of, as long as I'm nobody's way, but I think I've got a buddy hunting up over the hill.
Yeah. That's a nice deal. Julie likes your deal, Papa Pepper. Papa Pepper also says we gotta take out our next batch of meat chickens soon. Them little peppers are handy with knives. I bet they
Yeah.
are. We got some cute little peppers there.
Yes, I love when we get to see you and
Yeah.
your kids at events. It's
Yep.
so cool, so cool. But anyhow, what was I saying about
Three. I'm still coming up empty. Oh man. Oh goodness.
But we was talking about hanging.
Yes.
So when something hangs for a more longer period of time than 24 hours or 48 hours, past that rigor mortis process, the only time it really does a lot of good is when there is intermuscular fat, some fat in there, and the enzymes begin to break the fat down into the muscle cells, and then that is what really, like when you age beef, you age a prime beef, it does that really well. Lamb and deer will to a point, especially good fat deer will definitely improve to a point at that too. And so that's a really good deal when you can hang one like that and let it age.
It's getting dark on us. That's why we kind of started a little early, so we knew it would start to get dark on us early. But hopefully we can get internet soon, and that will make a difference. We can do it inside for the winter time.
I wonder what she is browsing off of that tree. She's got her head up in that tree.
I don't know. He's deer watching.
There's cattle right behind them too. I'm not gonna.
You learn something from us every time. Okay. Well, I don't know. He's pretty intelligent.
Well, I have worked as a processor. I mean, something on this one.
Thanks for explaining.
Yes.
But, yep.
Yep. And I don't know if you know this, Papa Pepper, but if you let one hang a little longer than expected, and it's just got that I don't know if green's the right color, kind of a greeny white, kind of a white mold film on it. That's just meat mold, and you just cut that off. It's not really hurting it. Now, when you start getting the pink and slimy, that's not good.
Yeah, no pink slimy.
But just that kind of that white meat mold on it that almost looks like just an aged crust.
Just cut it off.
Yeah, just cut it off. It actually that's doing the meat some good. It's helping. It's the enzyme breaking it down. But that takes a while. I've seen that happen on a deer.
That's what the old timer said.
Yep. Yep. Sounds like he knows what he's doing.
It is a beautiful day, Julie. Julia, I'm so sorry. Julia, U.S. Midwest. I'm so sorry, Julia.
Yeah, that's the same symbol as Julie Cook's.
I know it is, and so I thought it was. I think Julie Cook is in here too.
Yep, she is. She's been talking to me.
That one's Julie Cook, and that one's Julia, U.S. Midwest. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah. Nosy neighbors, which is good. I like nosy neighbors.
Yes.
Remind me to never get a toaster oven. They suck. I like mine. I've had it for close to 30 years, and she's still working.
Yeah.
That's what I'm baking cookies with.
We have lived in old houses and working on stuff and different things, and we used ours a lot.
Oh yeah, he grew up in Alaska and used to hang his moose 30 feet up in the air in a tree above the flies. Yeah, wow, that's cool. He'll know a lot then, because that's survival up there for some folks.
when I worked in Wyoming one time, couple of times, we had a. I know one time we had an old fat mule deer buck that somebody had given us, and it was so old it didn't rut. Somebody had donated it to a friend, and so we just kind of put it at the back and was going to do his last, and it actually ended up hanging in there like 18 days, and it looked like a ribeye when I cut that out there. It was marbled, breaking down. It looked like an aged ribeye. It was good, and it had that meat mold on it. That's where I learned about that deer's not good. They're like, oh yeah, that's meat mold.
Yeah.
What about potato?
Oh, had a potato in the toaster oven for 2 hours and still trying to get a baked potato.
Oh no,
I would say you don't have some of your settings
there's
correctly.
something not going on right there.
Yeah, you might check and make sure your settings are correct and that your temperature is correct. Thank Xander. Julie Cook has a neighbor a mile east and separated by river and height from those to the west. Cool. You got don't have many neighbors. We didn't have many. We didn't have close neighbors in Kansas.
We've got a few here, but it's not terrible.
No, and it's a good nosy.
Yeah,
it's a good nosy.
They just kind of check on things.
Keep an eye on everything.
One of the city employees, which is a friend of mine, and the first day Cindy was here without me and had the lights on the middle of the day and it wasn't my car, he pulled in to see what was going on.
Good point, Evelyn. Evelyn said it also takes longer at higher elevation. Yeah, it does. It sure does. She likes the neighbors and she likes the distance.
Yeah.
Yep. See you later, Papa Pepper. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Kevin Henderson. How are you doing?
Hey, we were talking about you. Your ears burning?
Nice to have people watching out for each other. Yes, exactly, Julia.
That's what it is here.
Yeah, it's exactly just people watching out for each other, and we like that. It's super. Everybody's super nice and kind. He said, Papa Pepper says, congratulations on the buck.
Thank you.
And we pray you get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night, Papa, and all the peppers. Yeah.
We're kind of excited to be back to the. I'm excited to be back to the hunter-gatherer part of a homestead. We've gotten so into the ranch and farmer part of it that we that part had kind of disappeared on ours, and we are glad to get back to that a little bit. There's not, there's less opportunity for income, but we definitely enjoy it.
Yes.
I've been picking some persimmons and freezing them. I've got Hannah picked up a bunch of walnuts that I haven't shelled yet. I haven't got them cracked and stuff yet. They're drying.
Yep. So, we're working towards feeding ourselves, and it's getting darker and darker, so I'm going to move the camera closer and closer.
Oh.
I don't think it's helping see any better.
Oh, I can see you.
You can see me? I can see you.
Oh, wow.
Can you see me?
I can see you. They don't see us.
I think we're going to cut off early.
Okay.
Because it's getting so dark and folks can't see us.
Well, let's take a poll. Can you guys see us?
Are you okay with it getting dark?
With us getting dark?
Thumbs up if you want us to continue with our live until 6 o'clock. And bring a lantern next week. Yeah, I'm hoping. I guess we could go turn the porch light on. That might help.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, go turn the porch light on. See if that helps. Oh, Evelyn says thumbs up.
All right.
He's going to go turn the porch lights on. See if that helps any.
I don't have to worry about bugs.
No. Thanks, Cat and Papa Pepper. Have a blessed week. There. That might help a little bit.
That help?
A little. There's some light. You can see. Oh, they're all giving thumbs up, so we're going to keep going. Kevin Henderson's got a thumb. Evelyn Newman says she sees us. But yeah. So
you see us?
She sees us.
So
we went to a church one time. I'm pretty sure they didn't see us. I'm positive.
I don't know that we need to tell that whole story.
No, we don't.
But anyhow.
No, you don't. Oh gosh.
Our middle daughter, when she was junior high school, she used to do some of the craziest stuff. One time we were at a store that had a window front,
Mhm.
and she got in it and posed like a mannequin and stood there for probably 20-30 minutes, people walking in and out and looking at the window front, and she people in the store never even noticed she did it. She just jumped in there and posed like a mannequin and stood there for like 30 minutes.
Oh gosh.
But one of the things she used to do, people walk by her and say hello, and she'd say, "You can see me."
Main thing is narration. Raise your voice. Without
Yes.
narration, things might get a little slow. Yeah,
Yep.
she's a hoot. Our kids are all hilarious, not funny.
Yes.
Yep. So, I guess Luke and Hannah had vehicle trouble this week, and they got them both running.
Good.
So
Both of them.
they got both of them. There we
Oh,
go.
we're live.
There we go. I moved it too much, so it didn't like that. So we're gonna have to go back.
Those deer are enjoying our life too.
Are they enjoying it? It's got dark enough I can't see that far right now.
Just trying to see one more.
Yeah. So we'll have the spooky live.
See, I can see one. There's one moving across the middle of the hayfield down there. Or not hayfield, by meadow.
I can't see it, but I don't have my glasses on either.
It's just kind of shadowy. You can kind of see it. That little dark spot of the grass, kind of towards the creek, kind of in the middle.
I can't even tell like movement, but yeah, that's okay. I don't see that far of a distance well in the dark.
I see great at distance. It's the close that I have.
And I'm the opposite. I see close, I see great. Just to see long ways and to drive.
Yeah.
And then when I'm at work, I take my glasses off to see computer screens and read and stuff. So yeah.
So we have this week.
Mm-hmm.
We're tally. We put deer
Yep.
away.
Mm-hmm.
Pig was last week, wasn't it?
Pig was.
Or no, it was a ham. I
Oh
rinsed
yes.
the ham and put it away.
Yes, we did.
So we put some pork in the freezer this week. We put deer in the freezer this week. We made applesauce out of some apples.
Yes.
And canned applesauce. Cindy canned applesauce.
Yep.
I peeled the apples and she canned the sauce.
Yep.
And what else did we put away this week? I don't know that we put away anything else.
We ate a bunch of stuff.
All the persimmons I picked this week didn't make it in the freezer.
They didn't make it to the freezer.
They didn't travel well.
That happens.
No.
That happens.
Every time I go cut wood somewhere, I have to eat 2 handfuls of persimmons. That's kind of my rule.
Keeps things moving, huh?
It doesn't do that to me, but it keeps me sweet. Yeah.
You better eat some more persimmons. Oh my goodness.
And so there's one tree on one of the black ranches. They travel right.
Yeah, they do. Yes. That's exactly it.
Yeah. There's one tree that a lot of those persimmons the seeds are 3-sided.
3-sided? I wonder what that's about.
I don't know.
Hi, Jan.
Hey, Jan.
3-sided.
3-sided persimmon seeds.
That's weird.
And it's one particular tree.
One tree.
Yep.
Did you open up the seed and see what it looked like?
I didn't. I was spitting them out the window driving down the road.
You ought to open the seed.
I should have. Next time I go get a ham tree.
Hopefully they're not all gone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They were just starting to get good and rough.
So I wonder if it's a different kind of tree.
It
looks like a persimmon tree.
It's just some kind of mutation in that tree and those lower. But not every one of them.
Not every one of them, just several of them. Cool. How did the cookies look?
Good.
Yeah, how did they taste?
I didn't taste them.
Okay,
I
good.
put them on the table. Turned off.
Good. I'll have to turn the oven back on.
Yeah.
No, but it'll be good.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Hello. Holistic Heritage Homestead. That's Colin, right?
It is Colin. Yep, it is Colin.
Yeah.
Yep. How are things over in your neck of the woods? We need to get over and visit them.
Yes.
We need to just make a list and just start visiting.
Oh.
But it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard when you're working and you got a homestead and you're trying to feed yourself and it's hard to get away and see everybody and you got family. But yeah.
So you guys tell us if you put away any food this week or anything like that for your homesteading needs. And I've split a lot of firewood this week too.
Yes, firewood.
Yep, we'll put away some firewood.
Good. I'm glad everybody's doing good.
Yes, Jan, I did. About 6:40 opening morning.
Yeah, good in daylight. And it was an Elliott deer or a unicorn, depending on what they call them. We call them Elliott deer. Waves like a crazy person to everyone. Okay, Alexander is saying hi to everybody.
Yeah,
Can't tag.
I'm sitting in my stand looking one direction. My door, my little blind. Actually, it was my grandpa's deer blind. My dad brought it here when we moved here. It's an old, great big commercial plenum box. If anybody knows what that is, that he kind of cut and made a deer blind out of. But anyhow, I was sitting in one direction, and I turned and looked out the little flop of my door, and there was a fan, and so I eased around, and I watched him go under the little barbed wire fence, which he was still on my folks' place, and as soon as he stood up, and he jumped and kicked and ran about 40, 50 feet and flopped over on the other side of the gravel, ran across the gravel road and flopped over in the ditch. And so I went and drug him back on to their place. I didn't have to go on anybody else's place to get him, but okay.
Kevin's doing dishes. Julia says that she's rod leaf up for tea.
Awesome,
Yeah, it's
awesome.
one of the natural herbs or weeds or plants that I have not got into harvesting yet, but I need to. Colin says we had a food haul from Walmart recently. Our pantry got lower than they'd liked it to.
Yeah.
Yep. You got a resource where you can resource, and Walmart is a resource. And so someday we will get our book written.
Yes, Cindy and I have worked on a book, and we talk about choosing different boxes or different aisles, and sometimes buying at the grocery store is one of those aisles you've got to choose.
Right.
To feed you.
Congratulations on your buck.
Yeah.
I'm hunting yet. Hopefully next weekend for Jan and Kevin. That's cool, Julie. Should learn
about Julia. Yep. Goldenrod.
I did harvest. I got a couple little mullen rosettes drying on the dash of my car.
Colin is wanting to learn to hunt.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. He wants to do that ASAP. Goldenrod leaf tastes something like a mild green tea, smoother and tasty.
Huh, that's cool.
We will have to give that a go.
One of our favorite wild tea substitutes is blackberry leaves.
Yes, blackberry leaves.
Blackberry leaves. Just dry them, and they taste kind of like a black tea.
Yeah.
And they're very good.
Oh, yay, Jan. Jan's going hunting for the first time.
All
Congratulations,
right.
Jan.
Right.
Yeah. Hannah was wanting to go, and we just she didn't stay long enough.
No.
So,
I was trying to figure out how to get that just right.
Which surprises me. She's of all of our kids, she's the one that's most interested in the gardening aspect and raising chickens, but not dehydrated goldenrod for tea this year. I also made it a tincture. Awesome. So
What all did Hannah tincture? I guess she did. Tinctured toothache plant.
Toothache plant? Yep.
Hannah.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Plantain oil. Yep.
There's something in some jars in a jar, some leaves in a jar in there. I don't know what they are.
Oh, those are sassafras leaves for a fillet.
Oh, goldenrod for tea. Oh yeah, Jan. Colin says, well, and that's so cool about the golden teacher. Xander says, I'll see in 2 days what the brother-in-law drags home. Then I can do Steve November. There you go. Holistic heritage. Awesome. Thank you, Colin. Cool. Awesome. But yeah, we're enjoying the Ozarks. We are. We're enjoying the Ozarks. We're really amazed, really tickled with our gardens. We're working on getting them cleaned out, and we still have like our Egyptian walking onions, some oregano left. The dog dug up my mint and it died. I tried to, yeah, sorry, yeah. And then we've celery, even though we cut the celery all back, still got celery going. We still have collards, Alabama blue, the Alabama, I think it's Alabama. And then we have some butter crunch lettuce and some radishes going, and still have.
We harvested all of our turnips.
Yes,
and
we
they're
did.
just sitting in the back porch.
Yep.
And we've been eating them some.
We ate sweet potatoes and steak the other day.
Deer steak and baked sweet potatoes.
Yeah, so good, so good.
And the sweet potatoes were out of our garden.
Oh, good. Their walking onions are thriving. Yes, they love this school. And I'm going to need, I should have separated mine, but it's too late now. I'll have to wait till spring to separate them because I don't want to shock them too much, you know. Yeah. But I still haven't got my garlic in the ground. I need to get my garlic in the ground. I've got a lot of garlic. I bought some garlic from the store, the plant, and I bought, we have to harvest awesome key limes and Meyer lemons. They're in containers. Just bring them inside during the winter. Very happy about that. That's cool, Colin. That's awesome. Yep. So
we had some deer steak.
Yes, it was good.
And it's easy to take those butterfly backstrap steaks and put a little butter in the skillet and get them cooking and put a little I put a little bit of salt and some Old Bay on them and just let them cook in butter.
Yep. You got to be careful when you're doing the lean meats like venison. The salt, you can oversalt them.
Yeah, a lot of the seasoning carries further in a lean meat.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of be careful about that. But then I just poked holes in the sweet potatoes, washed them real good, poked holes in them, stuck them in the microwave for 10 minutes. We had sweet potatoes and deer steak.
We do too, Julia. We love Old Bay. We love Old Bay, and I've got to figure out a way to make Old Bay because I think Old Bay has MSG in it. Cuttings from these. Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be nice, Colin. Thank you. Thank you. Get some cuttings. I'm not sure how we can do.
I'm not sure if we could keep sisters
because we have wood heat and the house gets pretty cold. No, and we can't keep the whole house warm all the time. So that might be an issue for us. They might do okay down in the Frady hole.
We might be able to put them down in the basement. Yeah, be okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Ooh, Gary's yawning.
All right.
But we saved seed this year from a lot of our beans and peas that we grew. Yep. And our corn we this year. Yep. And we've got Grandpa Cargill okra going, seeds, saving them. And
if you were at the Mid-Missouri Homestead
convention, yes.
You might have got a chance to get some Grandpa Cargill okra.
And it has 2 lemon trees, but they haven't produced. They're only a year old. Cool. My cousins in San Antonio had a lemon tree. It's
just
gone
in their
now.
Yard.
In their yard. But they were the oranges and the color of oranges. They were so good. Everybody was like, oh, but had to take it down because it was too close to their foundation. they'd be fine around 50 degrees. We can keep the 50 degrees. Jan thinks they'd had lemons by now. Oh, I'm sorry, Jan. They've only had them a year, so they've.
I made some tea this week that I put some dehydrated spice bush berries in, and
They thrive in the heat, though. The lemons, yeah.
and my smoking mixture, I added some spice bush berries to this week too.
Oh, good.
And it definitely changed the smell of it. To me, it was more pleasurable.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Your tobacco smoke.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't smoke tobacco, but I have breathed junk for so long, construction jobs and stuff, that we learned about the properties of smoking mullein several years ago. So I smoke mullein just every once in a while to try to
Help clear those
help
lungs.
clear my lungs out, and it does. I start coughing and hacking stuff up when I smoke it. But I added spice bush berries to that. My favorite is probably to add chamomile to it. Chamomile and mullein. I smoke that in my homemade pipe. But this bushberry and mullein.
Burr. It's getting cold.
So
Mullein is so amazing. Yes, it is. It is. It is.
we were at a Mother Earth News Fair in Topeka, right? And her father had been diagnosed with like stage 4 lung cancer.
And he did the conventional treatments.
Yeah.
And he did mullein, smoked mullein.
And she said when he started, she'd make him mullein cigarettes. Quit smoking because he'd smoked for years. And so she made him mullein cigarettes. When he started smoking those, he cut up over a
coffee cup,
a cup of tar.
Yeah.
Tar, and then when they scanned his lungs, a lot of what they'd seen was gone. It must have just been tar. But she said there was still a small spot, so he went ahead and went through with the
cancer treatment.
Yeah, with the traditional cancer treatments, and was able to beat it. They thought he was stage 4 and probably wasn't a lot of a chance, but he wasn't as far along as he thought, and he coughed up all that tar, and it really helped.
Great to make torches with. Just cover in some type of fat. That'd be neat, or perhaps cloth as well. That'd be neat. Yeah. But that's their story. Our story is it sure helps when when you're sick, if you have a cold or
it works really good. Steaming, like when you steam, use a little mullein and apple cider vinegar, or mullein tincture and apple cider vinegar, and then put some boiling hot water over it, stick your head over it, and towel over your head. That helps with sinuses and lung problems.
And my lungs were aggravated from the being under anesthesia and having the tube and being tubed, and so I'd had I guess that caused some people to have some issues, and so I had some issues, and that really helped with that. And then when I had the big C, it helped again with that, and so I think I did pretty good going. We were well into spring that I had the big C that we know of for sure the first time. So we had. They said it wasn't the C, so.
Great toilet paper substitute.
Yes, it's supposed to be a great toilet paper substitute. If you do need to the hairs on the leaves, evidently not for toilet paper, but it can.
Don't use the same one you use for toilet paper.
Silly. But anyway, if you're using it for tea, use a really good tea bag or a piece of cheesecloth or something to spread through so that you can get the hairs out, because they can be aggravating to your throat.
I think Chad might have told me that he knew somebody that torched the leaves a little bit before they made kind of burn the hair.
Singe them? Yep.
Singe the hairs off of it.
Singe it there. Yeah, that might work.
I think it would give you
It would too. I think it would too. But anywho. Well, guys, it's getting darker. Oh, got guests at the door. All right.
Alright.
Thanks for coming,
Thanks,
Heather.
Heather.
Face plants laughing. He must have just heard the don't use the save leaves.
Yes.
Goodness, he's silly.
Oh well, she said they make great toilet paper if you're gonna use them for tea. I'm like, oh, make sure you're using different leaves.
Oh, he's a mess. He's a mess. Guys, I think we're gonna sign
Yeah.
off. It's getting cold. It's really dark, and I need to get finished with cookies. Thank
Be
you
watching
guys.
for those videos.
Yes, be watching for those videos this week. And if you are familiar with Ashley at CNC Farms, or you are not familiar with Ashley at
check her out.
CNC Farms, go check her out. Yes, good. Xander says good night, y'all, and stay saner than him. Yep. Have a good week. So remember, y'all, God made you special.
And he loves you very much.
But good night, y'all. Have a blessed week. Love ya.